Hello, 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 hello. Sorry we're slightly late. We were just making ourselves a quick coffee before we got started. So hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. And welcome back to Football Fridays at the Coffee Company. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a very interesting week. Been very quiet, but not been dull. Quiet doesn't always mean dull. We're going into a very interesting weekend in the football season, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about all the fixtures, and we're going to have fun. So let's welcome everyone that's in the chat so far. We've got Mr. Catman Jess. Welcome, Catman. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Football Friday. TGIF is now TGIFF. TGIFF. Absolutely. Definitely like TGI Fridays as well. So if they want to sponsor me, I am a fan. Mr. Carterman Farming Simulator is in the house saying, afternoon Ben and chat, hope all is well. Hope all is well with you and Mr. Carterman and Miss Alana if you're watching. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Miss Welshie is in the house saying, happy birthday to the Cough for Sunday. Thank you so much. Yeah, turning 27 this weekend. 27 years of age. I feel about 70 watching Tottenham, but it is what it is. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. So we're going to introduce, before we get started with the fixtures, actually firstly I need to find the fixtures on my computer. No, we don't want goal of the month. Here we go. So firstly, we're going to have a bit of a sip of my coffee because I bloody well need it after my guitar lesson. With a reoccurring biscuit of the day, which is Lotus Biscoff. One of my favourite coffee biscuits. So we're going to have one of those. We're going to need a plate. Lotus Biscoff. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone? How is everyone? How is everyone? Football and biscuits, absolutely, Welshie. Absolutely. And don't forget the coffee either. The coffee is the most important thing. Doing well, Ben. I'm going to pick up some Biscoff this weekend. I've never had one before. I really have to... Yeah, they're excellent. They are excellent. Oh, and happy birthday from me and my wife as well for Sunday. Thank you so much, Carterman. It means a lot. We need to actually share the stream. Let's do that. Let's find the stream. There we go. Share. Professional streamer, ladies and gentlemen. Professional streamer. There we go. Right. Great with coffee. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We need to be professional. Whoop-ow. And then... window capture. Bang. So right, we're going to look at this weekend's fixtures. Let's hope it doesn't pull that up. Right, here are some of the fixtures for the weekend. We're going to start on Saturdays first. Might as well, we're getting into it. We're going to go to date. We're going to talk about Mr. Wild, the window cleaner, isn't here. We need his insight into Liverpool because he's the only person I know that supports Liverpool. Right. So yes, Liverpool versus Newcastle. Liverpool versus Newcastle. I really hope I didn't actually accidentally bring up an invoice on the screen. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. How is everyone in the chat today? How is everyone? Yep. I think we're good. I didn't bring up an invoice by accident. No, I did not. Brilliant. Excellent. Chris, big up, sir. Congratulations on your new job, sir. Big up to Chris for getting that job that he needed. Brilliant stuff, Chris. Mazel tov. Great to see you back on your feet already. Big up, Chris. Absolutely gentleman of a bloke. So, right. Liverpool-Newcastle. Liverpool-Newcastle. Newcastle are alright, aren't they? Newcastle are not bad. If we go for the stats. Ooh, the stats. I'm not a stats man myself. Bobby K's in the house. Bobby K. Big up, Bobby K. Big up, sir. Big up. Big up, Bobby K. So that's the stats, the head-to-heads between... Let's turn that down, that's a bit too loud. Janky show already. Head-to-heads. It's quite one-sided, isn't it? But if we go down... Form. Newcastle have won 4 in a row since we battered them. They've won 4 in a row. And Newcastle are winning a lot of points at home. They're doing very well, Newcastle, at the moment. They've got a very good team. This is a banana skin result for Liverpool. If Liverpool are not on point this weekend, Newcastle will punish them. Newcastle are playing really well under Eddie Howe. I'd like to see you guys' predictions in the chat of what you think the game... We've already seen Carterman's. He's saying 2-2, which is very interesting. Personally, I still see Liverpool winning this game. I think Liverpool they are a supreme football team. They are an unbelievable team. And people are getting, a bit ahead of themselves about Villarreal the other night, and then Liverpool they sucker punched them. That was it. That was the end of them. Liverpool are a supreme football team. So I think Liverpool will win 3-1 in my opinion. That's my opinion. What do you think of Newcastle wanting Højbjerg for 30 million? Maybe add another 20 million to that. And then we can have a chat. 30 million is nowhere near enough. It's a good profit margin for us for sure, but I wouldn't sell Højbjerg. He's a brilliant squad player. And we don't want to weaken the squad already. And he's a player you need in that squad for leadership. And he does a good job. People are well too hard on him. He does a lot for the team. I'm also very hard on Højbjerg. I think we could improve on him, of course, but nah, don't get rid of him for 30 million. That's a steal. So, I'm saying Liverpool 3-1. Ian Ferguson, welcome Ian. Welcome, welcome, sir. Welcome. I am going to say 3-1 Liverpool. I'd like to hear what the rest of you guys say before we eventually move on. But I think Liverpool are a supreme football team. They're doing very well. But yeah, as Welshie says in the chat, I think Liverpool have well too much for them. I think there's no way, in my opinion, there's no way that Newcastle can do them. Surely not. Surely not. So I am going for a 3-1 Liverpool win. But I think Newcastle will do very well. They've got some quality midfielders in that team. Right. Do we even have to do Aston Villa versus Norwich? Might as well. Might as well. Aston Villa need to get Winks out before you start thinking about Højbjerg being shouted. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why the hell would you get rid of one of our better players? Absolutely keep him in the squad. Great bloke. Keep him in the team. That's what I personally think. But afternoon, morning to Ian. Afternoon, morning, evening. The usual thing. We are an international fan base. Coffee beans all over the world. Everywhere we go, there's a lot of coffee beans. Aston Villa versus Norwich. Norwich are down, aren't they? Bloody hell. Villa are not doing well at all, are they? Look at that. That's terrible form. Remember when Aston Villa were supposed to be finishing above us? Remember that? Remember those 5 minutes? Certainly is a charmer, Welshie. What a lovely bloke he is. Look at that form. Villa a lot, Norwich not a lot. Their form's awful. They got a draw against Leicester. Is that Leicester or is that Everton? Leicester, which is a good result for them actually. For me, well, actually no, Norwich versus Villa is not a derby, technically. For me, Aston Villa have got a better team. If Villa somehow gets something, if Norwich gets something from Villa, I'll be very surprised. Villa are safe, I believe, so they might want to hand Dean Smith a bit of a passing gesture. As that's the interesting one. Dean Smith's going to be really up for it. Stuttering under Stevie G. Norwich could pick them. Absolutely. They are stuttering. I think Villa. I think I'm going to agree with Carterman here. I think 2-1. I think 2-1 Villa is going to be the score. I think Villa are just a better team. They've got some decent players in that Villa team. Catman saying 3-1. Ian's now saying, I take that back now. I see the last few results. 2-2 draw. Interesting. Possibly. Both teams are shocking. Villa are lucky though if they had that blitz of like 5 or 6 games where they were doing really well. I don't know what the table looks like. I can have a look. If I look at the table, Villa still technically could. Nah, they're just about safe. They're just about. They need 3 more points to guarantee it. I think this is the game Norwich. This is the game Villa wins to secure full safety. 40 points. I think Norwich are down. Whatever Norwich do. So I'm going to go Aston Villa 2 and Norwich 1 personally. Bobby's saying 2-0 Villa. Agree. Beans United. Beans United. Delicious coffee. Right, moving on. Southampton Crystal Palace. Interesting game actually. Southampton Crystal Palace. I think this is going to be a draw, guys. I don't know what you guys think. Both teams are give it up. Well, at least one bonehead can go in this one. Interesting. Southampton versus Crystal Palace is a very interesting game. Both teams are basically safe. If I look at the league, Crystal Palace, yeah, they're safe. Both teams are safe. Palace need 2 more points for safety. And they've got a few more games left. They've got a good buffer as well. I think this is going to be a draw, guys. I think will be a good, hard game to predict. Yeah, it will be. This is a difficult game to predict. Southampton are playing decently. It doesn't look like it form-wise because they've played some... They lost to Burnley, though. Will be a tough one. Palace are doing well. 0-1 Zaha. Okay. The games that they've lost, though, I think this is going to be a draw. I'm going to go for a... I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Both teams are wanting to win this game, but both teams will almost be on the beach at this rate. They're both somehow we beat Woolwich Derby. Yep. Yep. What a great derby that is. The somehow we beat Woolwich Derby. It's a shame we can. It's a shame no one Chelsea can bloody beat them. What a shame. And Palace somehow drew 0-0 with Man City. That was a bloody good result for them. What are you guys thinking? I'm thinking a 2-2 draw. I think both teams are going to score goals. The final swan song. I've been hearing small little rumours that Tottenham are interested in James Ward-Prowse. I've been hearing rumours. There has been some rumours. I would love to have James Ward-Prowse at Tottenham. Sign him up, sign him up, sign him up. It'd be about time that Tottenham could take a set piece. Get Harry Kane and Eric Dyer off set pieces. James Ward-Prowse has come into town. I'd love to see him at Tottenham. I don't think he's leaving Southampton. He's got a 4-year contract, so he'll command a higher price. But seriously, Palace are going to be a squad to watch if Patrick Vieira can keep them... Yeah. They're playing very decently. He's a good coach. I want him to stay at Villa for as long as possible because we all know the team he's going to next is the Woolwich. I don't want him managing Woolwich because he could make them supreme side again. It's crazy to think he couldn't score against Palace, but 4 against, yeah, it's crazy, right? Good management from Patrick Vieira, is what I'm saying. On to the next one. Oh, great, it's another awful game of football. Relegation sloggerhouse. Burnley are in decent form though. They're on the up. They are on the up. Free kick specialist James Ward-Prowse could have been more to, yeah. I'd love to see James Ward-Prowse at Tottenham. I'd love to see him. Absolutely phenomenal footballer. Absolutely brilliant. Will it happen? Absolutely not. James Ward-Prowse would be amazing. Yeah, he would be. I don't know where you'd put him, but... Burnley win 3-0. Okay. Let's talk about it. Burnley are going to win this game. Burnley are doing really well after sacking Mr. Dyche, which really annoys me because I want Burnley to go down. As much as I want Frank Lampard to go down, I want Burnley to go down, but they're winning. They're going to win, Burnley. Look at Watford's form. Look at their form. 4 matches lost in a row. Difficult teams though, with Liverpool, Leeds, Brentford and Man City. Not good games, so they might get a draw out of this. But I think Burnley are doing very well at the moment. They've got the new manager bounce, and I think Burnley are going to stay up. I think Everton are going down, and I think Burnley are staying up. Clarets are my second team. I'd love to see another win for them, and Toffees go down. Interesting. I'm still annoyed that Sean Dyche is gone. I like Sean Dyche. Might be time for a new... when it gets stale after so long though. So I'm going for a 2-0 Burnley win, just like Ian Ferguson. I think he's got it spot on the money. Catman just said I'm 0-0. 0-0's not good for either team. You got Watford, who are perilously close to the drop, as usual. Yo-yo club, as I like to call them. They're going down. Yeah, it's basically certain. I see Burnley are going to win this game. Cornet and Weghorst to score, yeah. I think it's going to be 2-0 Burnley. I think Ian Ferguson's spot on. Yep, so 2-0 to Burnley. As much as I'd like to see them go down because I sacked Shawnee Boy. Oh, all these crap games. Bloody hell. It's another rubbish game. It's another rubbish game. Love Sean Dyche, but I hope he gets good. Yeah, love Sean Dyche. I still love his bloody penalty. It's my favourite thing ever. The Sean Dyche full-blown penalty, straight down the middle, full power. Probably shouted, "Have it." And yeah. So yes, Brighton versus Wolves. Brighton versus Wolves. Boring. Let's look at the form. Brighton are alright. Somehow they beat us because we're useless. Tossers. Wolves not in. They're in alright form. Win, lose, win, lose. They're typical Tottenham form almost. I think this is going to be a sluggerfest. I think Wolves will have too much for them. I think Brighton can't play a low block against Wolves because Wolves also play a low block. Wolves have got some great players in their team. And Wolves need to win. I'm going to think this is going to be a 1-0 Wolves win. This is the looking for something to watch on Netflix derby. Absolutely. Absolutely. The try not to fall asleep derby. Brighton won't play a low block against Wolves, which means I think they'll play into Wolves' hands, and I think Wolves will win 1-0. So it's going to be a very boring game of football, but I think a 1-0 victory for Wolves. It's like the M25 out there. I'm going to have to get a drink. What are you guys thinking? Brighton 1-0. Hello.
Hello, Benjamin. How are you?
Alive.
Alive, that's a good sign, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
What's happening in here?
I ground a load of coffee for you.
Is that ours?
Yeah.
Thank you. Good to see you.
As always.
Why you don't put in our shop when you're going home?
I need to go somewhere. I need to.
Well, you don't have time now.
I do go to your shop. Probably too much.
Why?
Every time I go into your shop, I end up spending £50.
Sorry.
There's a reason he's called 50 quid Jan.
Really? Is it?
Everyone calls him that. You go in there and you spend 50 quid.
That's true. Well, sorry.
Best shop in the world.
But you just come to say hello, that's all.
You always look busy. I walk past, I see if you're busy, and if you're busy, I'm like, oh, I'll just leave
No,
you.
we just come. I'm gonna make time for you, especially that time when you finish. It's not that busy. It's up to you. I'm not pushing you. It's just sometimes I feel like I'm sorry. Put the pressure on his phone. You can't wait to me. Wherever.
I tried to wait to you, but you know this at your phone. Do that.
Do you know that I'm working? I'm not doing any personal things
Do that.
in the phone. I'm working on the phone.
Sure.
Yes, I am. A lot. So yeah, people they get me like I'm staying at home, I'm not. I'm ordering
Yeah.
WhatsApp and emails. Cool.
I'll come by later.
Love you.
Ciao, ciao. Wolves are looking good. Agree, Ben. Wolves win 2-1. I will watch any team that Deitch lands at. Bloody hell, that's a tongue twister. Deitch will land on his feet and do well somewhere. Maybe Everton. I don't see them sacking Lamps. It'd be nice if they did. Don't like Lampard. He's going to be a top coach though. He just needs to find the right club. It's a real problem when he becomes a good manager. Right. Heading off from this game. Leeds United, Man City. Bloody hell. That's going to be a game. Leeds need to win to make sure they're further away from relegation. And Man City need to win to keep up the title chase. Oh, that's not a good sign for. Oh no, they won in October 2020, apparently. I loved it when he didn't wear. Yeah, absolutely, love Sean Dyche. Love that guy. Great stuff. Man City versus Leeds. I think this is going one way. But Leeds are in good form. Leeds are in decent form. This could be a banana skin for Man City. Oh, I've said that a couple of times. There are a few banana skins happening in the league. There are twists and turns until the end of the season. Man City and Liverpool are losing every game. Man City, Chelsea and Liverpool are losing all their rest of their fixtures. Tottenham going to win them all, and Tottenham going to win the league. That's not happening, guys. That makes me sad. I can't even be that delusional. I wish I could be that delusional. I'm not Couva99. I can't be that delusional. Yeah, Man City are winning this game. I'm thinking it's going to be a big result, just like Carterman. Carterman's in the chat is saying Manchester City 4-1. I think I have to agree with him. I think this is going to be, I don't think they're going to concede, actually. I think Man City are going to have well too much for Leeds United. I think it's going to be 3-0 Man City. City by 3 goals. Like to see them drop points though. Yeah. It's going to be by 3 goals. Man City are a much better team. Leeds have got bigger fish to fry than Man City at the moment. They need to try and not concede a lot of goals. But I think they've got bigger fish to fry. Mr. Tottenham Tantrum Gold is in the house saying Manchester City 3, Man City 3, Leeds 2. Lovely to see you, Dermot, as always. Hopefully you're doing well. 3-2. I think you're being kind on Leeds. Ian saying 5-1 City. Nothing wrong with fantasy, Ben. I'm in so much in fantasy. I think I'm in Disney. I think I'm in Disney World at this rate. I think Leeds will get 1 goal. 4-1. Okay. Interesting. I think it's gonna be 3-0 Man City. I think Man City are gonna score 3 and then rest players. That's in my book. Big up on chat. Big up the chat. Big up the chat. But yeah, 3-0 Man City. 3-0 Man City. Yeah, the thing I'm going to say about Leeds, though, needs to make sure they get no injuries. They cannot get a single injury from this game. They really have got bigger fish to fry. They've got to beat the teams round them. And most importantly, they've got to beat other relegation fodder, which is Arsenal. They've got to beat the Arsenal. Woohoo! Sunday the 1st of May. 27 years old, and we're starting it with... Oh, I know where this is going. I know exactly where this is going. The corrupt team versus Everton. Everton versus Chelsea. Is Carl Walker still out? He might be. I'm not sure. I don't care about the Man City team. I can sod off. Everton versus Chelsea. I think Chelsea are going to roll over. Chelsea are miles ahead in 3rd. I think Chelsea are going to roll over for Everton. I feel like Chelsea are going to play a weakened team because they're playing in the Champions League on Wednesday. They're going to play all kids and Everton are going to win. Everton are going to win 1-0. This is going to be my delusional prediction for the week. Everton 1, Chelsea 0. Chelsea don't care about the league now. Oh no, they can't. They're not in the Champions League. LOL. LOL. I forgot they're not in the Champions League. Shit. Still. Made for a sad day in the F1. The anniversary is also my birthday, so... Chelsea play the kids here. Absolutely. I forgot Chelsea weren't in the Champions League because they got knocked out because they're crap. Don't care. Just want Everton to lose. Everton are not losing Welsh this game. Chelsea are going to do what Chelsea do. They're not going to play their team. They want Frank Lampard to stay up because they love him. They're going to play a weakened team. And Everton are going to win 1-0. I'm saying Everton 2 win 2-1 and Chelsea will help their mate out. Yeah, absolutely. It's corrupt. It's corrupt. Everton 1, Chelsea 0. That's what I'm saying. I'm overruling all of you guys. Dele Alli's going to score the goal as well. That's how bad it's going to, how corrupt it's going to be. Pep updates 2 hours ago, Welshie. Carl Walker probably out for the rest of the season. And Man City without John Stones. For, ooh, interesting. They're going to help their mate out. It's scandalous, Chelsea laying down for their mates. Pulisic get Hattie gonna root for Cap. No, absolutely not. You never root for Chelsea. I'm gonna have to go back to the intermission page. Never root for Chelsea. Ever. Period. Full stop. Never root for Chelsea. I don't care. No. I should time you out, Ian Ferguson, for even suggesting that. Do never. We never root for Chelsea. Especially after them the other night against the Arsenal. They can sod themselves. Never root for Chelsea. I needed to do a close-up. That's how bad it was. Absolutely not. How dare you, sir? How dare you root for Chelsea? Makes me want to be sick. And get this disgraceful picture off my bloody screen. Captain America, not Chelsea. He plays for Chelsea, therefore you're rooting for Chelsea. You can't go over this one. Get out of my face, you Chelsea. Never. Prediction, Chelsea 3, Everton 1. Would love a 6-0 Everton. Absolutely. It's going to be 1-0 Everton. I'm overruling all of you. The only important fixture this weekend. Ooh. Frank going down, yep. So just to be clear, we do not root for Chelsea. Never root for Chelsea. It's the 11th commandment. When Moses was on the top of that Mount Sinai giving the 10 commandments, he forgot to write one down. Thou shalt not support Chelsea. The only important game this weekend. Woohoo! The only important one. Absolutely not. Never root for, never Chelsea. Even if we need them to win a game so we can win something, I will never root for Chelsea. Absolutely not. Tottenham versus Leeds. Still wish they'd beaten Woolwich though. That's why I hate them. They couldn't just turn up in one game. Nope, they laid down because they're corrupt. Afternoon, Mr. Jason Bell as well. Afternoon, sir. Afternoon. Oh, we can even, what's it called? Can you even see this? Yes, we can. We're zooming in because this is the only important fixture of the week. Leicester 4, Tottenham 1. We'll get back to scoring goals and 3 points. Come on, you Spurs. I don't think it's going to be 4-1, but I think we're going to score a couple of goals. Conte is going to be changing something this week. It's very clear to me that with Dohertinho, as we all like to call him, being injured, we have nothing on that right-hand side of the pitch. We've lost all our width. I'd be very interested to see whether he's going to do something crazy. We've only allowed 3 goals over the last 5 games. I think we get back on track against the Foxes here. 2-1. I think we're going to... it's usual delusional thinking for me. I think we're going to win 3-1. Jamie Vardy always scores against Tottenham. Afternoon, Ben. It's been a busy day. Just opened up a stream a few minutes ago. Great stuff, sir. Lovely to see you as always. Moses had that on the commandment. I shall not follow Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United. No, especially Chelsea. At that time, back in the days of Moses, Arsenal was still in Woolwich, so they were nothing. Spurs win 25-0, 10 for Kane, 5 for Sonny, 5 for Decky, and 5 for Emerson. Cartman, you're getting a bit heavy yourself here. I can see Harry Kane scoring 10 goals, but I can't see Emerson scoring 1 half the time. Calm yourself down, sir. Calm yourself down. (3-1) Tottenham, in my opinion. We can talk about this game, because it's the only game I sort of know about. Leicester have to rest players for this game. They have to rest players. Leicester could not afford any injuries going into their semi-final against Roma. Especially after they drew the first game. So they're going to do wholesale changes. Leicester don't care about this game. They can win a European semi-final. Yeah, 24-0. I don't see Emerson scoring. (3-1) Tottenham. I think we're going to see goals from Harry Kane. Harry Kane always scores against Leicester. It's like... Harry Kane's going to score twice and he's going to get back to scoring ways. And that's when it's going to kickstart the rest of the season for us. We have to win today because we don't know what's happening against Liverpool in the week. I won't predict this one sensibly, unfortunately. It was sensible until you said Emerson was going to score 5 goals. Then it was out the window. Then it was out the window. I believe, I really do believe, Leicester are going to play half their team. And yeah, I think we're going to beat them. All hands to the pump. And yeah, 3-1. We are mighty Tottenham Hearts will rise and come, we'll win, build next spirit, drive them into a win, fancy a bit of fox pie. That's illegal. Fox pie is illegal here. I don't know if it's illegal in Wexford, but it's definitely illegal here. I think we're going to win 3-1. Everyone's predictions. Welshie's saying 3-1. Carterman's saying 25-0. Bobby K is saying 24-0. Bloody hell. What's wrong with you guys? We're just, Stell's going to come for us soon. He's going to come for us and call us, he's going to be cooking us all. He's going to be cooking us all in his frying pan. He's going to get his little apron on. Big up, Stell. Big up, Stell. Oh, God, what is this? Get it off my screen. What is this? What is this 4-1 from Dermot. They couldn't score against Roma. It was a Mancini own goal, and they couldn't even score against Villa either. 1 past Everton. I'm changing to 4-0. Oh! Not in Ireland. Yep, I thought so. What is this filth on my screen? It's just no bleach is going to clean this. Here's the thing. That was a hammer blow, wasn't it, on Thursday for them? That was a real hammer blow. They are not winning that game in Frankfurt. If they win that game in Frankfurt, big up to them at the end of the day. Frankfurt are a very decent team, and they showed they're a decent team. So West Ham are actually going to have to turn up in this game. If they want a chance of getting back into the Europa League this season, they've got to start putting points on the board. Cat abusers versus scum. Yep, that's what it is. West Ham cannot afford to lose games or draw games now. Hammers are going to lay down. I don't think they can afford to. If they want European football next season, they do not want to be in the Conference League next year. That will be terrible for them. I think West Ham are going to have to try and win this game. I really think they do. I think they've got to turn up. Arsenal have got 2 big wins. But this is the game that Arsenal could have a banana skin again. I think West Ham are going to do well. West Ham will hate us. They will roll over. Arsenal win 4-0, unfortunately. Yeah, you're possibly right. I am going to go for a banana skin. I'm going to say West Ham 2, Arsenal 2. West Ham cannot afford to drop points now. They cannot afford to. Bobby K said draw, I hope. They cannot afford to drop points. They can't afford to now. Otherwise, they will not have European football next year, which is a lot of money for them. They need those European monies. So I am going to say it's going to be 2-2. I think West Ham will turn up because they know that they're in big trouble and they're going to have to bounce back from that game on Thursday. Catman saying West Ham 2, Arsenal 1. I bloody hope so. If West Ham win, we're going to stop being horrible to them for the rest of the season. If West Ham win and we beat Leicester, we're back in the saddle. We're back on the saddle. We really need West Ham to do us a favour here, which means they won't, unfortunately. 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw, I'm giving this one. Goons could definitely slip up here. Arsenal needs this. They're going to panic here. Yeah, they've got all the pressure on them. All the pressure is going to be on them, especially with us playing before them. They can still win the Europe. They can, but they need to have assurances they're going to be in Europe, though, Jason. With their loss, they're going to be a wounded animal. Hope Hammers get out that winning goal at the death. I just want them to take points off Arsenal at the end of the day. I don't care how they do it. I don't think West Ham are going to win in Frankfurt next week. If they win, good on them at the end of the day. That's respect. Because Frankfurt are a decent team. They battered Barcelona. They battered them. But West Ham have to get points on the board. A draw would be good for us. Let's hope so. Absolutely. Draw. 2-2 draw I'm going for. And then the final game of the weekend. Manchester United versus Brentford. Manchester United versus Brentford. Bit of a poor game to end on. Catman, I don't want to listen to their fans ever. Absolutely. This is going to be a draw. Frankfurt will turn them into Wiener Schnitzel. Absolutely, I hope so. But we need West Ham to turn up tomorrow. Or Sunday. They cannot afford to lose that game. Otherwise, they will be in a spiral. If West Ham rest players against Arsenal, they are idiotic. Because there are a few teams around them that might pick up points and they can see themselves not in Europe again next year. Let's have a look at the table. On my phone. Fifth, sixth and seventh. Wolves could finish above them. Which means they will not be in Europe next year. How many games left until the end of the season? It's about 4 games, right? 4 or 5 games. Yeah, 4 games. About 4 games left. Watching United tonight, Brentford can get a result. I'm saying 2-2. Absolutely, I'm thinking that as well. United are awful. If Ronaldo doesn't turn up, they're useless. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw. I'm going with Carterman. I think Carterman's correct. The only person scoring their goals, though, is Ronaldo. And with the news that... the news is that, what's his face? Ralph Rangnick is taking over the coaching role at the Austrian football team. So they're going to be on the beach. They're going to be absolutely on the beach. They do not care. Brentford are on a roll. 1-1. Interesting. Brentford win from Bobby K. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting, Bobby. I see this as a draw. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. Let's have a look at the table. Let's see if we can find the table. Premier League tables. Here we go. If we look at the table, Arsenal need to draw. If they draw, we're in business. We need them to draw and us to win. It's what we really need. They've won those last 2 games though. They've won those games somehow because bloody Chelsea rolled over and. Look down this table. Going to be very interesting. Who's Everton's game in hand? Question mark. Who's Everton's game in hand? Music's slightly too loud. Who's Everton's game in hand? Let's have a look. It's like Man United, isn't it? Everton's game in hand. I think their game in hand is either it's Watford. It's Watford is their game in hand because that's on a Wednesday. I think if I look at this table a bit more, 2 points separates that I don't see. I think Everton will just about scrape it. They've got some decent fixtures now. Because they're going to beat Chelsea tomorrow. Mark my words, Chelsea will roll over for Mr. Lampard. Mr. Chris Agenbar, hello sir, hello sir. Hi, and everyone in the chat. Hello Chris. Hello, hopefully you're well, Chris. If I look at this, it's very interesting. Let's zoom in. Probably can't see it. It's very tight at the bottom. Leeds could still go down if but they've been playing well recently, so I think they'll be all right, just about. Villa need to win. Villa have to win as well, because they could be sucked into the relegation fight as well. They're not safe. They need those 3 extra points. That's where it matters the most. Oh. Oh, it's difficult. Who knows? Who knows? If we look at West Ham, they cannot afford to drop points now. They have to win. Otherwise, they will not have European football, which would be a disaster for them. Poor Roy should have stayed, retired. Bless him. Yeah, probably should have. He should have. He's getting a happy retirement. It's just like, yeah. Everton or Watford are a yo-yo club. They are the definition of a yo-yo club with their owners. They've got to sell. I'm surprised their fans aren't asking for the ownership to go. Because they're the reason they're flip-flopping so much. And they've got some decent players. Dennis is a player I'd have at Tottenham. Dennis is a quality player. United have gone from top 4 games. Playing is the key. It's almost impossible. Yeah, it is. United are going to be on the beach. Especially with those they could still pop. Oh no, it's the game is in hand. Look at those 2. Oh, I can't answer that, Mary. She's probably going to brag that Juventus are winning. Ten Hag has his work cut out for him. Absolutely, he has his work cut out for him. This is a difficult job for Ten Hag. Good manager, and you'll get the best out of Donny van der Beek again, which will be worrying. I think we need West Ham to do us a favour. And West Ham cannot do the usual West Ham thing and drop points because Tottenham need them to. They cannot do that. They cannot physically do it. Otherwise, they are stupid. If they do that, then they've got no brain. They've got to win on Sunday. Like, they physically have to win. Right, that was the last of the fixtures, and that was. So we're just gonna do what we do at the end of our streams anyway, which is just chill out, and then just talk football because it is still the Friday football show from the Kauffie company. And yeah, it's gone quickly again. It's a bit warm in here. Open that door. Open that door. Oh, it's a bit stressful. It's the business end of the football season. It is. This is going to separates the men from the boys. And what we need to see is a bit of karma come our way. We really need West Ham to draw against Arsenal or even win. They cannot afford to be West Ham. They've got to win a game. They've got to win, otherwise they're not going to be in Europe. If West Ham fans see them dropping points when they've got two fishes to fry. They've got two large cods to fry. They can't just say, "Oh, we can fry this fish later." No, you're in a rush. You got to fry both of them. They've got to get it right. In terms of what Tottenham are going to do, Ten Hag is in deep. Yeah, he is. He's a superb manager. He's a superb football coach. The problem with Man United is they run their football club like a business. Does that sound familiar? They run that club so poorly. They let businessmen make the decision, which needs to be done by football people. One thing I've always been curious about, would the Premier League ever expand into Scotland? I know a few Welsh teams are in the Championship. There's a few Welsh teams have been in the Premier League. Swansea, Cardiff, Newport are in the English Football League. Will they expand into Scotland? No. It'd be a stupid idea. And a lot of things would have to change very quickly. Hello, Anthony. Hello, sir. Hello. No, it would be an idiotic idea. I think if they were ever going to do that, Scottish fans would have to do what they couldn't do. A lot of them. One of the things that's quite extraordinary about Scottish football is the whole the Celtic, the Rangers, the Hibernian. They've still got a lot of that old. I don't want to call it religious. They've got a lot of the old derbies in between them with sectarianism and unionism. They've got all of that encompassed within Scottish football, which is a massive part of Scottish football. And if you removed that from Scottish football, it wouldn't be special anymore. It wouldn't be special anymore. So no, I don't think England would expand into the Scottish League. It would be better for the Scottish League. The Scottish teams would, like, imagine Celtic with Premier League money would be back to Celtic in the 60s. So Celtic should be wanting to join the English League, but will they? No. I've heard Rangers have toyed with trying to join the English FA. They have. But if Rangers aren't Rangers without Celtic. Celtic are nothing without Rangers, and Rangers are nothing without Celtic. They need each other. They definitely need each other. So I don't think we're gonna. I actually think that David Moyes will have the mentality of either get to the final or no Europe next season and push to the Champions League next. I don't think they can afford to. He might want to think that, but the owners of West Ham are going to be thinking, we need Europe, we need Europe, we need Europe. Otherwise, we need to pay bills. That's not how you run a football club, unfortunately. Right, the history of Scottish rivalries is nuts. So yeah, Celtic and Rangers with massive Premier League money would be nuts. Celtic and Rangers need the other. Yeah, one cannot live without the other. That Scottish football without Rangers in it was boring, like awful. It's already awful, but especially without Rangers, Rangers need Celtic and Celtic need Rangers. Wouldn't mind seeing the Scottish Prem expand to 20 teams. They just need more money. They need more. They just need to improve the game. The game is poor. It's League One level, a lot of the teams. I think we'll beat Leicester, and I can't see West Ham losing to Arsenal, at minimum a draw, but I think West Ham will win regardless of Europe. Fans wouldn't want to lose to Arsenal like us. I think West Ham have to make assurances that even if they don't win on next Thursday, they have to have European football next year. They've got a big stadium. They need to. They've got to earn money. European football for West Ham is essential. They're in the same sort of situation as us, where they have to have European football. They've got to have that revenue. Otherwise, players won't want to play for West Ham. I think West Ham are going to try and win at the weekend, which is either going to go really well or really poorly. I need another drink. It's going to be a very difficult weekend. This is a defining weekend in the season. Massive weekend for us. And we need all the things to go our way. So hopefully, if there is a supernatural power watching, please let Tottenham win. At least just so it doesn't ruin my birthday. That would be really nice if they didn't ruin it again. Big up Anthony. Absolutely. Big up Anthony Gray. And Mr. Bobby K. Or as we like to call him, the Swim Master. Celtic and Rangers should stay in the Scottish League. If they came to England, they would need to be promoted and they would struggle to get... No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't, Carterman. That's one of the things I disagree with that statement. If Celtic came into English football, they become one of the biggest clubs in English football. Instantly. That football club is enormous. Massive. They are a giant. They are a giant football club with a massive fan base. Celtic coming into, let's say they came into the champ, they get promoted instantly because the amount of money they could use to sign players, everyone would want to. Every good Championship player will want to play for Celtic. Just full stop. They would instantly get promoted. Everyone would want to play for Celtic. It's the same with Rangers. A lot of players would want to play for Rangers. The history of both those clubs. But I do agree with you. They should stay in the Scottish League. Because Scottish football's great. They just need to have... They just need, what's it called? Grassroots football in Scotland to get better. Who knows? Who knows what will happen with Scottish football? It'd be better for Scottish football if they were combined with the English FA. It'd be better for them. But will they accept that? Absolutely not. There are some rather strange people at... it's silly, really. It's really silly. Would I like to see them combined? Probably not. Probably not, to be honest. Mostly because I'm a biased Tottenham fan and I don't want to see Celtic and Rangers, another two big teams, come into the league. That could be really dangerous for Tottenham. Never underestimate how huge and fanatical the fan base is. Yeah, absolutely. Huge, huge fan bases. Celtic and Rangers have huge fan bases in the States. Problem is, not nearly enough exposure. Scottish Prem just got ESPN streaming rights. We'll see what happens. But all that money will go to two teams, though, Ian. and it will still be rubbish. That money's not going to go to Hibernian or to Hearts or Queen of the South or Hearts and Midlothian or East Fife or Forth R. That's a game I've always my dad always says, when our East Fife playing Forth R, we need to see this game. Hello, Mr. Ben. I'd love to see Scottish teams in the FA Cup. That could be a thing that would be really interesting. Of course, I'm Spurs first and Celtic second. I'm Spurs first and Spurs second and Spurs third and Spurs fourth and Spurs fifth and Spurs sixth and Spurs seventh. So, I don't... TTID. That could be interesting. They would have to drop a lot of the political stuff. They would have to drop it instantly, and that would be very difficult for Scottish football teams. Because again, it's years of history, and history is incredibly important. But it's not going to fly down here. It's not going to fly. Fair enough, I get your point, but money isn't instant. But I think they would suffer for a while. No disrespect to either club, but their history tells a story. That's just my opinion. I think money would be instant because English sponsors, teams that are interested in English football, would chuck money at Celtic and Rangers. They would chuck money at them. But great to see you, Aaron. Lovely to see you in the chat as always, sir. Or as I call you, Dubson. Dubson. Love Aaron Dub. Great bloke. Great bloke. Really lovely to see him as always. Right, Hibs and Hearts, both Dundee. There's some brilliant rivalries in Scottish football. It'd be brilliant to see them in the FA in the League Cup. Will they accept it? No. It'd be brilliant for Scottish football to play some English teams. It'd be better for Scottish football, and it would improve Scottish football. And we want to see all football getting better at the end of the day. No matter what country, we want all football to thrive, because football is what we love. We love football. Welsh is saying, greetings to Dublin. Great stuff, great stuff. Ian saying, in the FA would be great. It would be great. It'd be great for football. Would be some interesting ties up there. Oof. Talked a lot. My voice is getting a bit dry. Bloody hell. What do you guys think? I'd like to see what you guys think on this matter. It's a very interesting topic. I think it was. Oh, it was Ian. It's a brilliant topic, Ian. It's a brilliant topic he brought up. At least I think Ian brought it up. It's either Ian or Carterman. Best newspaper headline ever. Super Cali go ballistic. Celtic quite atrocious. Inverness Caledonian Thistle after thrashing Celtic. Play on. Yeah, brilliant. I think I'll be an old man by the time MOS get up there to compete with the other countries for players. Until then, Sellers League. It's just the football's no good. That would be interesting if the MOS, the Canadian football teams, and the Mexican Premier Leagues all came one system. That could really help. The problem is that country is well too big. It's too big to have a proper football league because the travel is extraordinary. I mean, 3 hour flight from Florida just to New York is crazy. I mean, the MLS is that. Don't be surprised if a lot of money gets pushed into US football. Don't be surprised. There's been talk of that actually. It makes sense. More teams I've always thought the way American sports run does not work for football. Canadian teams already in the MLS. They need more Canadian teams. Doing the NHL. Because the way the American leagues work with the playoff system, it does not work for football. It doesn't work. You've got to have a league, and the team that's got the most points at the end of the season wins the league. Playoffs are stupid. It doesn't work. It doesn't work in football. It ends all sort of... What's the point of being the best team in the league season if it doesn't matter and the winner is for a playoff? I understand that they can't run it like that currently because there isn't the amount of teams. There's a ton of upside with the lower divisions of the American football. Just sheer number of teams that could be... Absolutely. The more football teams that form, the better it is for that league. There's less travel involved and more teams. The moment they get rid of the playoff system is when American football will thrive. Because what's the point? What's the point of being the best team throughout the season if you're not actually given a trophy for it? Totally agree. I would love to see a pro relegate, but if flyers count at everything. Yeah, and US sports organisations hate risk, which is why they tried to start the Super League. They hate risk. And it's a thing that teams will purposely finish poorly so they get the first draft the next season. That needs to end. That's not how football works. Football is meritocracy. It's all about if you play well, you succeed, and if you succeed, you will succeed more. Which is one of the reasons why we hate Daniel Levy, because he doesn't succeed, which doesn't lead to more success. We need to have... Hate is a very strong word. So I slightly take that back. It's just I'm frustrated. They've got to have risk in football. US sport will never introduce that. Like, absolutely. And that is why MLS will never succeed. Ever. It's one of the reasons why they're trying to ruin British with European football. Because they frankly do not understand it. The moment they start treating US football, the moment they start treating US football like everyone else's football, is the moment they start succeeding. I'm a fan of one of the worst playing MLS clubs since coming up from the second division, and man, it's brutal to watch all the time. But the fans love. Oh, bloody hell! Excuse me. That's been stuck in my nose for a while. I'm having sinus issues. But that's my opinion. I could be wrong. US football will never succeed unless they start treating it like everyone else's football league. No, they don't, Anthony, because again, the travel is ridiculous. The price of travel. Only a few cities have the population to have an MLS team. We do have a Canadian Premier League, which has clubs from smaller cities that grow in football is here in smaller places. That's the start of it, Catman. Smaller teams grow in support. Not on the scale, far too... Yeah. To dare is to do. Unfortunately, our chairman doesn't have dare in his vocabulary. Absolutely. there are travelling supporters, but no away sections. That's got to end. That's got to end. That's part of the beauty of football, is the tribalism. They need to have tribalism. Tribalism is what fuels football. It's also the thing that makes football awful, but it's the thing that makes football great as well. You've got to have some tribalism of, it's us against the world. You can't have Tottenham fans sitting with Arsenal fans. That's just a disgrace. It's revolting. I don't want to think about that. The two closest clubs to where my club plays are Nashville and Chicago. Those are easily multi-hour drives. Absolutely. Ian Ferguson, I completely agree. Yeah, they've got to start treating US football like European football. It's the only way it's going to grow. Ohio has two clubs, so the rivalry is very intense. Good stuff. We like intense rivalry. Big up, Mr. United Spurs of America. I think that's Jacob in control of it. It should be. Afternoon, United Spurs of America. Lovely to see you as always. Thanks, Jason Mel. Interesting, no away section. That is awful. You've got to have tribalism. When Columbus goes to Cincinnati and vice versa, both fans travel well, but there's a 2-hour drive either way. 2-hour drive's a long way. But it is, it's really weird. 100 miles, it's the usual phrase. 100 miles is a short distance in the US. But 100 years is a long time. 100 years is no time in Europe because it's a long time. 100 miles is nothing on the interstates of America, especially with some of the cars they've got. Big cars. I love American cars. Big fan. Big fan. But yeah, that was an interesting... I don't know how we got into the concept of American football. Actual football in America, not hand egg. I do actually enjoy hand egg once in a while. Yes, sir. Could use a cup of coffee. Great stuff. Up here in Toronto, the fans are great. Lots of noise in the stadium and I get behind the team. The quality of football is way below EPL. Yeah, it's the problem. Rivalry and witty chants are a must. Absolutely. You've got to have tribalism and banter. It's what makes football great. I don't think away sections are really viable due to the travel distance. Hand egg. Hand egg! The hell is real derby because there are massive signs put up. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like religion. As much as I loved them, this is bringing it back to the Tottenham aspect. And I say this on all the streams I go on. Part of the reason why I love Tottenham so much was it's part of almost my routine as a Jewish person. I would go to shul on the Saturday and then watch Tottenham in the afternoon. That was my watching Tottenham was my treat for going to synagogue, and vice versa on the Sunday. If I went to shul on the Sunday and Tottenham were playing on the Sunday, I got to go to watch Tottenham. If I didn't go to shul, I didn't get to go watch Tottenham. It was part of the facet of my life as being a Jewish person living in London, supporting Tottenham. Of course, you've got Jewish people that support all the other clubs, which is wrong. Jewish people should support Tottenham. They shouldn't, but I'm just gonna be biased because that's what I am. But that was part of my routine. But I never want that to be pushed on. I never want religion to be pushed on football. For me, there's no place for it. Football's the escape from the world. We can't have that. Sorry, Ben. Lunch quick and quick kit before work. Catch you all later. Have a great Friday, everyone. No problem, Bobby. We're going to be wrapping up the stream soon anyway, so thank you for dropping by the stream, Bobby, and choosing us over some of the other great streamers that are alive and live and streaming at the moment. So thank you so much for joining. That's really cool. Yeah, it's part of my life. That's one of the things this channel documents is my life as who I am, of what I've done as a barista, as a religious aspect, and part of everything I do. The signs are on the main stretch of the highway connecting Cincinnati and Columbus. Very biased, but terrible advertising. Yep. I am terribly biased towards Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. And I will not change a thing. For teams, fans, there's no religious aspect to it. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I don't understand why outside sources are going to be like, just shove off. Don't need it. We don't need Bible bashing. That's not what's it? All religions need to be respected, and they need to be understood. We need to teach people about each other's cultures. We need to bring everyone together. And I don't like that there are facets of all that are trying to drive people apart. I hate. We need to bring people together. That's part of my message to the world. I will say that everywhere I go. Bring people together. And we can't drive people apart with everything, whether you're Jewish or Muslim or Christian or Catholic or Buddhist or Sikh or whatever. We need to bring people together, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We're all human beings, and we've got to love and respect each other. So peace and love and Tottenham Hotspur. That's or as my friend Amir says, big up Amir, love Amir. Peace, it says world peace and Tottenham win the league. That's his message to the world. Big up Amir. I always wondered why the rivalry was called that. Now you know. And now you know. This is all about teaching each other all people's cultures. That's one of the things I love about this channel. It's teaching people. Which comes with a very religious, there's enough pulling us apart, I agree. We've got to work and love each other and come on you, but absolutely, well said. World peace and everywhere. World peace and Tottenham win the league. If they were to combine the MLS, MLS Next Pro and NASL and the CPL into their three-tier relegation, so how'd they go? I don't know, Catman. I don't know the leagues. And we're running out of time. Good thing the MLS is so far is that it's pretty young and still growing, so there aren't a lot of talents you see in every other league. That's good. I just want to see football thrive in every country, in every part of the world, because I love football. Football is partially, I would say football is 50% of my life, for the most part. I like peace, love and Tottenham Hotspur. Hi, by the way, I've been lurking. Great to see you, Stevie. Lovely to see you in the chat. Always great to see you. Always great to see Stevie. Big up, Stevie. But yeah. Peace, love and Tottenham win the league. It's what I'd like to see. That's every facet of life. And on that note, we're going to end the stream. So thank you to Catman, to Carterman, to Welshie, Chris, Bobby K, to Dermot, to Stevie Frazier, Ian Ferguson, to United Spurs of America. Am I missing anyone? You right, buddy?
Hey, buddy. You right?
Yeah, good. Just gonna finish this and I'll be right with you, sir. Mr. Jason Bell. Have I missed anyone? Chris Agambar. Bobby K. I think I said Welshie. Mr. Aaron Dove son. I think I have seen everyone. Mr. Jason Bell. Mr. Catman Jess. Yep, that is everyone. Mr. Anthony Gray. Can't forget Mr. Swim Master himself. Thank you all so much for watching the stream. It's been a great stream. We are taking Monday off the stream because it's bank holiday, and it's also an excuse to take an extra day off for my birthday. So, great stuff. Great stuff. Thank you all so much for watching the stream. I will be back Tuesday at 2 PM in the afternoon. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, if you smell what the cough is brewing,